spend a little time with you one-on-one, okay? Just practicing things with you face to face. That's one of the reasons I come to Hanoi, is because I can then practice talking with you face to face, which I think is much better. You can learn much more quickly, I think, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Anyway, let's get started. So today we are going to be first thing we're going to be looking at is, we started this last week looking at tips that you see on the internet. Okay, there are many, as I'm sure you know, Ielts teachers and websites on the internet that give all sorts of advice, all sorts of tips and suggestions how to do better when you sit the IELTS test. Now, a lot of these tips and suggestions are not correct, okay? Please don't believe most of what you see online, okay? A lot of it is just wrong. So the website, and I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, if you are going to go online and search for suggestions, the website I always go to, okay, is Ielts Advantage. I will send it to you in chat. Okay, if you are going to go online and look for things to do with how to do the IELTS test and look for suggestions and maybe things to help you improve quickly, go to the Ielts Advantage site. I do trust that. Chris and his teachers there, they are very good, very experienced. Chris, who is the main teacher, used to teach in Vietnam for quite a long time. He used to be based in Ho Chi Minh City, and his wife is Vietnamese. So he knows quite a lot about Vietnam, and his site is very good. But for many of the other sites, please be very careful about who and what you trust on these sites. So what we're going to be looking at now is we're going to be looking at some of the suggestions that other teachers make on the internet, but which are not true. Okay, so the first suggestion is, just have a quick look here. Okay, the first suggestion is how you greet the examiner affects your score. We looked at this last week. Some teachers on the internet say that you must greet the examiner with a big smile and chat to them, okay, and be very nice to them, because this will help you get a better score. Now, last week we learnt Phong Duc Ang.
Yes.
How you greet the examiner when you come to do the IELTS test. Do you think you have to greet them with a big smile and be very cheerful, or not? Or not?
I don't think we have to be greeting examiner.
Good. Okay. Of course, you must greet the examiner, but it doesn't matter if you smile and you try to ask a lot of questions or not. It doesn't matter. Okay. This does not affect your score. Of course, when you greet the examiner, you must be polite, just like any time you meet anyone, any new teacher. Okay. But being friendly to the examiner, and smiling a lot and trying to make jokes won't improve your score, okay? That is not what you are being marked on. I'll just very quickly share the video with you again, okay, that we looked at last week. Then we're going to do another one. Okay. Ding Lam, can you see the video on your screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, great. Okay, everyone, just have a quick look at these two students. Okay, please? Just do this quickly.
most popular speaking tips. I want you to watch each of these students start the test and think about what tip they might be using. Welcome to the IELTS speaking test. Please sit down.
Hi, how are you? My name is Priyanka Bhatia. Very nice to meet you, Chris. I was really looking forward to coming today. You have a really nice examination hall. Is that what you call it? Let me give you my ID. How's your day been so far?
Not bad.
Would you like something to eat or drink?
Let's start.
You look amazing, by the way. I really like your shirt.
Okay.
Your haircut.
Okay.
It's so good.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ming Ang.
Yes.
What was that student doing? What was she doing when she greeted the examiner? How is she behaving?
She smile.
She smile? Is she friendly?
Yes.
She's very friendly. Is she talking a lot?
Yes.
Okay, you can see very friendly, smile a lot. Ask him if he wants something to eat and drink. Did you hear that, Ming Ang?
Yes.
Yeah, she was saying, okay, so you never need to do that to the examiner. So on the internet, some teachers suggest that you behave just like she did, but it doesn't make any difference to your score, okay? Remember, when you do the test, you are only being judged on 4 things. You're judged on your vocabulary, your fluency, your grammar, and your pronunciation. Those are the only things you are being marked on. Okay? So whether you greet the examiner in a very friendly way or not won't change your score. So if you read this on the internet or see it on the internet, ignore it. All right? Let's look at what the other student does.
Welcome to the IELTS speaking test. Please sit down. May I see your ID, please?
Okay. Ledok Ang,
Yes.
how do you describe what that student is behaving like? Is she friendly?
Nope.
No. Does she smile?
No.
No. She's quite rude, isn't she?
Yes.
She ignore. Okay. So this is the opposite of what the other student was doing. But again, it won't affect her score. Okay. Like I say, the only thing that affects your score is what happens during the test. Now, of course, you want to greet the examiner with a smile and be friendly. Of course you do. So what the second student is doing there, of course, is wrong. Okay? But it won't affect your score no matter what you do. So, tip number 1, does it matter if you are friendly to the examiner or not? The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay, let's now go on to tip
So did you
number
spot the tip?
2.
If you
Everyone.
in this video. So we're going to demo the second most popular tip. I want you to watch both of them. Both of them are trying to use this same tip. Watch what they do and try and guess what the tip is. Welcome to the IELTS speaking test. Let's start off by talking about what you normally do on the weekend. What do you normally do on the weekend?
I like to meet my friends on the weekend. We like to go for long walks in the park. And I like to go shopping. And I like to go to the garden with them. And I like to meet them outside their house.
What do you normally like to do on the weekend?
On the weekends, I literally love to cook, and I love inviting all my friends over to my house so we can like eat together and watch a movie. And like I have this really big screen TV, so we really enjoy watching like horror movies over there. And I think it's the best thing to do on the weekends.
So do
Okay, so Chang Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chang Hu, which student was better? The first one or the second one?
Think about the first one.
Sorry, which one, Chang Yu?
The first one, I think.
You think the first one? Huang Ang.
I think that should be the second one.
The second one. Why is that, Huang Ang?
Well, as I can see, it's the presence, her feelings, and her the actions. It all fits naturally.
Okay, she was
which
much more. Yeah. Sorry, Huang Ang, go on.
which in the first one doesn't have.
Right. True. Okay, everyone, I'll just play them for you one more time, okay, and tell you what each one is doing.
Certain things that you need to think about, and we'll talk about that later in this video. So we're going to demo the second most popular tip. I want you to watch both of them. Both of them are trying to use this same tip. Watch what they do and try and guess what the tip is. Welcome to the Ielts speaking test. Let's start off by talking about what you normally do on the weekend. What do you normally do on the weekend?
I like to meet my friends on the weekend. We like to go for long walks in the park. And I like to go shopping. And I like to go to the garden with them. And I like to meet them outside their house.
What do you normally?
Okay, so did she use Viet Tien? Did she use much body language?
No, she didn't.
She didn't. Did she smile at all, Viet Tien?
No.
She didn't. Okay. Did she look at the examiner at all? Was she looking at the examiner? Did she make eye contact?
She did, but she was trying to avoid.
Trying to avoid, correct. Okay. Now let's look at the second student again.
What do you like to do on the weekends?
On the weekends, I literally love to cook, and I love inviting all my friends over to my house so we can like eat together and watch a movie. And like I have this really big screen TV, so we really enjoy watching like horror movies over there. And I think it's the best thing to do on the weekends.
Okay. Phong Duc Ang.
Yeah.
What was she doing with her hands, Phong Duc Ang, the second student? Isha.
She's moving the hand.
She's moving the hands a lot. Okay. So this next tip you see on the internet is all about should you move your hands? Okay. Should you smile a lot? Okay. Should you move around like you are excited? All right. That's what the second student was doing. What do you think? Ding Lam? What do you think? Should you do this or not? Should you use your hands?
I think you should do it because its make body language is better and natively.
Okay. Ming Ang.
Yes.
What do you think? Should you move around a lot? Should you use your hands when you are talking? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you think. Actually, everyone, the answer is no. Okay? It doesn't affect your score. Now, the second student, her answer was much more Le Duc Ang. What is the word I'm thinking of that begins with F? Yes. She was much more fluent. Okay? She was way more fluent. All right? Which will get her a good score. But you don't need to move your hands and laugh all the time and stare at the examiner. Okay, so the reason why student 2 is better is simply because she is more fluent with her answer. On the internet, you will sometimes see teachers suggest, oh, you have to use your hands. Okay, you have to laugh all the time. Okay, you have to move your body, show good body language. Again, remember the things you are being assessed on. Okay, I just do a vocabulary. Okay, your fluency, your grammar, and pronunciation. Student 1 wasn't fluent. Okay, so she won't get a good score. Student 2 was very fluent with her answer. That's why she will get a good score. Because she was moving her hands and student 1 wasn't, that doesn't matter. Okay? So, tip number 2 is you don't have to move your hands or make eye contact or move your body around or laugh all the time. You don't have to. It doesn't affect your score. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense to you, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so remember the only thing that counts, the 4 things you are marked on: vocabulary, fluency, grammar, pronunciation. They are the only things you will be marked on. Everything else doesn't matter. All right, going to practice this question with all of you now. Same question. I won't be looking at you, so it doesn't matter about your body language or eye contact, but I do want to hear how fluent you are. I want to hear your vocabulary. I want to hear your grammar. And I want to hear your pronunciation. Huang Ang, Huang Ang.
Yeah.
All right, you are first, Huang Ang. What do you normally do on the weekend?
Well, at the weekend, I usually have lots of activities. Usually I just stay at home and play like some chilling and adventure game. But sometimes I could go adventure in real life with my friends through the cities and the shopping malls. Yeah.
Okay, good. Good length too, Huang Ang. Very good. Very good. Okay. You sound very fluent, Huang Ang. You didn't make any pauses, and your grammar was mostly correct. That's very good. Viet Tien, do you want to try? Can you speak Viet Tien?
I'll try.
Okay, Viet Tien, what do you normally do at the weekend?
At the weekend, I will stay at home and read my favorite books. I also prepare of my work for the next week so I can go to school without any nervousness and so that I can have the next week with my best.
Sorry, so you can have the next week with your best, did you say?
Yes.
That doesn't sound quite right. So you can have the next week with your best. Do you mean so you can so I can do my best in the next week? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, that's the way to say it. Okay, that was good, Viet Tien, apart from that last sentence. Grammar wasn't quite correct. Okay, next, Phong Duk Ang, Ding Lam Ming Ang. Phong Duk Ang, Phong Duk Ang.
Yes.
What do you normally do on the weekend?
Usually I go football with my friend, but with monthly, I will have an appointment with my dentist.
Okay, Phong Duk Ang, I
Yeah.
normally go to football with my friends, okay?
Yeah.
Remember, have to use the preposition, go to football with my friends. All right. Then every month I have an appointment with the dentist.
Okay.
Okay. Every month I go to see the dentist, or every month I have an appointment with the dentist. All right. Anything else, Phong Duk Ang? By the way?
No.
Okay, so just normally I go to play football with my friends. Probably a better sentence would be for your second sentence. Otherwise, I just stay at home and relax with my family. Does that make sense, Phong Duk Ang?
Yes.
Just say something like that. So normally I go to football with my friends. We play at a place near my house. But if I don't do that, I will stay at home and relax with my family. Okay, Phong Duk Ang?
Okay.
Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, Ding Lam, Ming Ang, Leduk Ang. Ding Lam, what do you normally do on the weekend?
Normally, I will stay at home on the weekend. I would wake up at 8 a.m. and brush my teeth, wash my face, then play a little round in my favorite games. Then I would help my mom housework and in the rest of time I would do homework and extra homework in my school and extra class. If I find a good movie, I will take my member of family to watch it together. If not, I will play uh, my favorite game with my friends.
Okay, that's pretty good, Ding Lam. You are getting more fluent, which is great. Maybe your answer just a little bit long. Okay, Ding Lam? Remember, this is a part one question, only need 2 or 3 sentences. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, Ding Lam, but you're getting more fluent. That's great. That's
Thank
good.
you.
And not many mistakes. Okay, next, Ming Ang, Leduk Ang, and Chung Hu. Ming Ang. Ming Ang,
Yes.
what do you normally do at the weekend?
I like reading books such as detective story and sometimes it's comics. I also spend time meeting my friends and finish my homework for the next week. Watching movies is also a way for me to relax at the weekend.
Okay, Ming Ang, very good. Very good answer, Ming Ang. Excellent. No mistakes. Great. Leduk Ang,
Yes.
what do you normally do at the weekend?
I usually go to my grandpa's house to take care of him and help my mom do the house chores. And if I got free time, I would do the rest of my homework, then play the video games with my friends. Uh, and sometimes I would like to hang out with them or with my motorcycle.
Okay, that's pretty good, Leduk Ang. Just one mistake. At the weekends, I go to my grandpa's house. Needs an S on the end, okay?
Okay.
Remember? I think you said I go to my grandpa's house. Grandpa's house. Okay? Must have an S on the end. Okay, Leduk Ang?
Okay, teach.
Okay, but the rest was good. Rest was fine. Okay, and finally, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Chung Hu, what do you normally do at the weekend?
The weekend, I'm not doing much actually, but there's something that I would 100% do in the weekend. We like going to my grandparents' house. Yeah, we do that every single week, and I have no idea why. And the second part is just nothing much. Sometimes I go to the cinema or like inviting my friend over for eating and playing some games until the midnight, and that's literally it. Because if you asking me where's the part that I do the homework, I always do it before the weekend, so I can finally enjoy the weekend, and so that I can enjoy the weekend the way I want without worry about my homework.
Okay, that's pretty good, Chung Hu. Again, maybe a little bit long, okay? Maybe just a little bit too much detail. So just remember, Chung Hu, 2 or 3 sentences is really all you need, okay? All right. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you talk a little bit long. That's okay. But sometimes when you talk too long, that gives you the chance to make more mistakes. So just be careful that you don't talk for too long. But what you were saying was fine, Chung-Hyu. Very fluent. Okay. What we're going to do now, that was a part 1 question. We're going to practice a part 3 question now. So just going to share this with you. By the way, are there any questions about the part 1 question we've just done? Okay, so remember, it doesn't matter if you don't smile and make jokes with the examiner, okay? If you do that, it won't improve your score. Yes, of course, you want to be friendly and polite. Of course you do. But you don't have to go too far, which is what student 1 did in the first video. You know, offering the examiner some, would you like something to eat? Would you like something to drink? Don't need to do that. Okay? And number 2, doesn't matter if you don't use your hands, okay, or move around a lot, or get very excited. That won't affect your score. They are only listening to your speaking, not what else you are doing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just look at a part 3 answer. Okay, so remember, part 3 questions. Ming Ang.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Last week, Ming Ang, I talked about AEE being the structure to answer those questions or these questions. Can you tell me what AEE stands for? Can you remember?
A stand for answer. E stand for explain. E stand for example.
Very good, Ming Ang. That is perfect. Okay. AEE, everyone, remember, answer, explain, and example, if you can. Don't have to give an example all the time, but sometimes it helps, okay? Helps make your answer more complete. Nok Ang.
Yeah.
How are you, Nok Ang?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome to class. Sorry, Nok Ang, you're very quiet. Can you turn your microphone up a little bit, please?
Hello, teacher.
Okay, still very quiet, Nok Ang. Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear me, Nok Ang?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I can hear you, but very, very quiet, Nok Ang. Okay, so you'll have to speak up. Okay, everyone. Nok Ang, can you see part 3 on your screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. All right. Have a listen, everyone, to this student. Different student this time, by the way.
Do you believe that all art galleries and museums should be 100% free?
I would not say 100% free in a way because it's art, you know. So you need to pay some contribution for the hard work of the people, for preserving that thing and to creating that thing in a way, you know. But at the same time, it should not be expensive in a way that people should be thinking like, should I go to the museum? No, it should be like easily access and like just a limited budget for the preservation of the item.
What do you think?
Okay, so listening to her answer, she got a score of 7, by the way, for speaking. 7. She didn't give an example. All right? I think her answer would have been improved a bit had she given an example. So she answers the question, she explains her answer a little bit, but maybe she should have given some example about, some museum that you go to where you have to pay or not pay. Have a listen to her one more time, everyone. Another reason she got a 7, she does make some grammar mistakes, but you'll notice she is quite fluent.
Free.
I would not say 100% free in a way.
Okay, all right, that is her answer. So she says, I would not say 100% free. All right, so that is her answer. Now she goes on to explain.
Because it's art, you know, so you need to pay some contribution for the hard work of the people, for preserving that thing and to creating that thing in a way, but at the same time it should not be expensive in a way that people should be thinking like, should I go to the museum? No.
Okay, so her explanation is good. So she's saying, art, you need to pay the artists for making the art, but it shouldn't be too expensive, otherwise people won't go to the museum. So her answer and her explanations are good. Some of her grammar is not quite correct. That's why she didn't get a higher score, but it is good enough to get a 7. But the other thing she could have done, she didn't give an example, which may have helped her to get a higher score. Okay. Huang Ang, are you ready?
Well, maybe.
I'm sure you are always ready, Huang Ang. So, everyone, same question. Everyone, do you believe, Huang Ang, all art galleries and museums should be 100% free?
Well, this is kind of a tricky question. I would say the art galleries and museums should not 100% free the charge for entering and their properties. Well, because this is one of the main activities of financing and getting money of like literally entire city. So I think that should letting people enter for free should not be able. And the second reason is the security concerns. Um, when you let people enter free, they will just no like no proper if you don't have no if you don't have a proper security technologies, well, usually bad people could just go in and take everything valuable. So that is the lesson.
Okay, that's a pretty good answer, Huang Ang. Okay, again, very fluent, Huang Ang. Some good reasons. Remember, everyone, of course, doesn't matter what your reasons are, there is no correct answer to this, okay? But as long as you explain your answers clearly and fluently, that is okay. You can say whatever you like. All right, so I just want to share with you now what Huang Ang said at the beginning of his answer. Can you see that, Nok Ang?
Yes.
I've sent you a message in chat. What did he say, Nok Ang?
Well, this is a tricky question.
Good, which is a great way to introduce your answer, to start your answer to a part 3 question. Okay, well, this is a tricky question, or this is an interesting question, or this is a difficult question. Okay, it's a good way to introduce it for 2 reasons. One, gives you a little bit of extra time to think. Okay, well, this is an interesting question. I've never thought about this before. Okay, just gives you a little bit of extra time to think, but also it's a very good way to introduce an answer. It's a very natural and fluent way to introduce an answer to any difficult question. Well, this is a difficult question. Well, this is an interesting question. I'm not sure about this. Okay, it sounds very natural. And remember, being able to communicate naturally will help you get a higher score. Okay, Nok Ang.
Yes.
Your turn, Nok Ang. Do you believe all art galleries and museums should be 100% free?
I think some art gallery do shouldn't be 100% free because they need to buy that art or sculpture to put inside the art gallery, and they could also need money to buy that. So it is not good to be free.
Okay, good reasons. Noch Ang, that's good. Can you think of an example? So you've done A and E for me, Nok Ang, okay? You answered the question, you explained your answer. Can you think of an example? Is there, like, for example, is there somewhere in Hanoi you can think of? Is there any museum or art gallery that you have been to in Hanoi that is free or where you have to pay? Not sure? Okay, that is the sort of example you need to give. For example, Nok Ang, I've been to the Museum of, I think it's called Ethnography. Have you heard of this, Nok Ang? In this museum, have you ever been there? It's where they show a lot of the different ethnic groups who live in Vietnam, and they show the clothes that they wear and the sort of houses they live in. Have you ever been to this museum?
Yes, I have been to that museum, but
Okay, good. All right. It's an interesting museum, I think. And you have to pay to go there, I think, Nok Ang. But I think that is good, all right? Because then, just like you were saying, you know, you have to pay for the staff, okay, for the maintenance of the museum. So it's good to pay a little bit, but not too much, so that most people can afford to go. Does that make sense, Nok Ang? So that is the sort of example you can give. Okay, you can say, for example, I've been to the Museum of Ethnography in Hanoi, and they charge a little bit of money, which helps pay the staff and helps maintain the display. Okay, Nok Ang?
Yeah.
That is how you give an example. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Okay, you want to try, Viet Tien?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. So everyone see if you can do AEE for your answer. Okay. Answer, explain, example. Viet Tien, do you believe art galleries and museums should be 100% free?
In my point of view, I don't think the museums should make their visit make the museum 100% free, because if they won't make any benefit or any money from it, they won't have the ability to fix or improve their visitor activity in there, and they won't have enough money to pay their staff to clean or fix things in the museum. As example, I used to go to the museum at Quang Binh with my class, and they did charge a little bit to go in there, and also a vending machine to buy things, and it was very reasonable amount. So I think the money I spent is reasonable.
Okay, good answer, Viet Tien. Good answer. Just at the beginning, okay, the correct collocation is in my opinion or from my point of view. You said in my point of view, okay, which is not correct. Okay, so it's in my opinion or from my point of view. Okay, Viet Tien?
Okay.
Okay, so in my opinion or from my point of view, not in my point of view. Doesn't make sense in English. Thank you, Viet Tien. The rest of the answer was good. Phong Dok Ang.
Yes.
Okay, so try do AEE, Phong Duk Ang. Do you believe art galleries and museums should be free?
I believe that the gallery museum should not be free, because the art um, is made for enjoy uh, the
Okay, getting a little bit lost. All right. So your first reason should be something like the art has to be paid for. The artists need to be paid. So they need to get money from the people who go to look at their work. Does that make sense, Phong Duk Ang?
Yes.
That's how you say it. Okay? The artists need to be paid for their work. So some of this money should come from people who visit the gallery. Okay, that's how you need to say it. What about, have you got another reason, Phong Duk Ang?
No, I don't.
Okay, so for these part 3 answers, you really need to have 2 reasons. Okay, you answered the question. You said, I think the gallery should not be free because 2 reasons and then an example. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Your turn, Ding Lam. Do you believe art galleries and museums should be free to visit?
That is a good question. I have never thought about it before. I think all art galleries and museums shouldn't be 100% free, because there's no money to pay for protection, security, or staff to run the museum. If they free or they was free, only volunteer organization or wealthy individuals would organize them, and the number of exhibitions would be very little and small. But they don't be so expensive ticket that people will afraid to go and afford to pay them.
Okay, good. Have you got an example, Ding Lam?
Thank you.
Yeah. Have you got an example, Ding Lam? Can you think of an example?
Example.
For example. You say for example. For example.
For example, I don't think about that.
Okay, that's okay. You don't have to have an example, everybody, but it can help you get a better score. All right. Viet Tien had a good example before about some small museum he goes to visit in the hometown, all right, which does charge some money to help pay for the staff and pay for maintenance. Okay, so your example can be quite simple. Okay, only 1 sentence, doesn't have to be long. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Do you believe all art galleries and museums should be 100% free?
I think art gallery and museum should not be 100% free because it's the effort of one person or many people to create or to protect it. As viewer, we should respect both the products and the people who preserve them so that we can enjoy. For example, Hỏa Lò prison is still free for children or students. But if you older, you still have uh, to pay a small amount of money to enter.
Okay, Ming Ang, that's very good. Excellent, Ming Ang. Okay, you're improving a lot, Ming Ang. Very good. Okay, so you had AEE, very good, and very fluent too, Ming Ang. That's good.
Thank you.
Ledok Ang,
Yes.
do you think all art galleries and museums should be absolutely free for everyone?
One exhibition and gallery should be put in a reasonable price, since the work to preserve the art, and also the the fee to the the fee to see other people work should be what?
Okay, can you go on? You have the right idea, Ledok Ang, okay? But, all right, you are going to have to practice this a little bit more by yourself. Okay, this sort of thing to get used to giving an answer, giving two explanations, okay, and maybe an example too. If you want to get better, all right, your reasons are good, and I know your language is pretty good, Ladok Ang, but you need to practice to get more fluent. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Ladok Ang,
Yes,
does
yes.
that make sense? So, for example, you would say, no, I don't think museums and art galleries should be free because, one, the people who make the art need to get some money for their work. Two, the museum or the art gallery needs to get some money to do maintenance and to repair and keep things clean. For example, the museum near my house charges a small fee to help pay the staff and to help people clean it, but it's not too expensive, so people can still visit. That sort of answer, the Dokang, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you understand what I was saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
on that track.
Yeah, of course you did, because you know all these words, Ladok Ang. I know you do. Okay, but that is how you need to present your answer. Okay, and last one, Chung Hyu. Chung Hyu.
Yeah.
Do you think all art galleries and museums should be 100% free?
I think kinda no. Maybe because like the original creator took so much time and effort pouring the heart and soul into the drawing, and you want all of their effort and time just have zero price. I don't think that's really fair. So I think it should be kept the same way. The price is based on how good the drawing are and all. Because yeah, some person could just straight up stolen it and say they draw it and they sell for like $1 billion or something. To be honest.
Okay, any example, Chung Hyu?
Um, I haven't think about any example for this.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty good, Chung Hyu. Like I was saying, you don't always have to think. Sometimes examples will be hard to think of. But if you can think of one, and obviously there are lots of museums in Hanoi, if you can just use one of those as a simple example, one sentence, it should help improve your score. Okay. So everyone remember part 3 questions AEE. Answer, explain, example. And again, I've just sent you in chat, everyone. Okay, this again is how you can begin your answer. Quang Ming.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Quang Ming. Welcome to class.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you a chance to answer now, Quang Ming. Do
Yeah.
you believe all art galleries and museums should be 100% free?
That's an interesting question. I've never thought about this before. Be free for the tickets entrance because you know that it requires a considerable number of money to maintain the museum's appearance, facilities, and human resources such as security. However, on the other hand, if the ticket is so pricey, it can deter the people from experiencing the good opportunity to learn new knowledge and informations. So I think that it should be a balance, should be balanced the price for the ticket. For example, in one the museums I've visited in Saigon, which is the war themed, is quite expensive. So when we enter in that, it is just simply completely abundant. However, compared to some museums that the price is quite reasonable, it's so much more people and it's be famous for both the tourists in native and for the foreign people. Yeah.
Okay, Quang Ming, that's pretty good, Quang Ming. Quang Ming, you have a very good vocabulary. Okay, that's great. Excellent vocabulary, no problem with that. And you're also very fluent, Quang Ming. You had some small grammar mistakes. I won't worry about those for the moment, though, okay? Because I want everyone really to concentrate just on their fluency and on their ideas. But you also did the structure very well, Quang Ming. That's great. You did AEE very well. Any question, Quang Ming?
No.
So that's good. When I come to Hanoi, everyone, I will concentrate a bit more on correcting some of your grammar mistakes. But at the moment, I'm not going to worry too much. Okay, I would rather you just practice being fluent. If you make some small mistakes, doesn't matter at the moment. You all gave pretty good answers. Everyone thought, of course, that museums shouldn't be 100% free. Of course, someone needs to pay for the museum. In a lot of Western countries, as you might know, it is the government who pays. Okay, so that is just something to think about with a question like this. Of course, the museum art gallery, they need money from somewhere, so someone has to pay. But in some richer countries, like, for example, England, where I was a couple of months ago, okay, the government pays a lot of money to keep the museums and many art galleries free for people, just so people, it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor, you can go and enjoy what is inside. So someone has to pay. In rich countries, the government pays. Okay, so this is just something to keep in mind as an answer to a question like this. Okay, any questions for the rest of the lesson? Back to writing. So just going to show you this now. Just to remind you. Okay. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Can you please read the essay question, please?
Some say that music, art, and drama are as important as other school subjects, especially at the primary school level. Do you agree or disagree?
Good. What sort of essay is this, Nok Ang? What sort?
It's opinion.
Is correct. It's an opinion essay, everyone. And you know it's an opinion essay because they ask you this. Do you agree or disagree? Always an opinion essay. So again, maybe some of you missed last week's lesson. I'll just quickly remind you of all the different parts of an essay structure. You can see Quang Minh, how many paragraphs?
It should be 3 paragraphs.
Count again, Quang Minh. Count again.
4. Sorry.
4, yes.
Yeah.
4 paragraphs always, okay? What are the names of the paragraphs, Quang Minh? What is the first paragraph called?
The introduction.
Correct. Second paragraph?
The
body paragraph. Body. Yeah.
The idea 1.
Yeah, body paragraph 1.
Yeah.
Next, the third paragraph is body paragraph
2.
2, and the fourth paragraph?
The conclusions.
Is correct, okay? So everyone, I'm sure you know by now, most of you, but I keep telling you this because this is so important. You must know this, okay? 4 paragraphs, introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, conclusion. Introduction always starts with, and I've highlighted it in yellow, a paraphrase, okay? A paraphrase of this, the thesis statement. That is always the first question. In this essay, which is an opinion essay, do you agree or disagree? The rest of the introduction, you must say whether you agree or disagree. So I've done it in green, okay? In this one, totally agree, and you give your 2 reasons. The 2 reasons that are going to be the opening sentence of body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. Okay, so here the person has given their opinion. Okay, this is their first reason. Okay, doing art subjects can help children discover their talents at an early age. Okay, that becomes the first sentence of body paragraph 1. Okay, again, this student gets a good score for this because they've paraphrased their own reason. This is a paraphrase of this. And again, most of you know this by now. Then, just like speaking part 3, okay, you need to give 2 sentences explaining your answer and then an example. You can see here body paragraph 2. All right, they use the second reason for their introduction. Okay, growing a talent can also help increase their confidence. Becomes music, art, drama subjects can help students boost their confidence. Again, 2 explanation sentences. That's all you need, just 2 sentences and an example. And then the conclusion, okay, is just a paraphrase of this. All right, essays, part 2 essays are very simple in their structure. Okay, this is all you have to do. Once you have identified what sort of essay it is, okay, then the structure is pretty much the same for all essays. If this was an advantage-disadvantage essay, body paragraph number 1 would be my 2 advantages. Body paragraph number 2 would be my 2 disadvantages. If this was a problem-solution essay, body paragraph number 1 would be the problems. Body paragraph number 2 would be the solutions. Okay? The structure is always the same, but you must identify what sort of essay it is first. Are there any questions with this? You should all know this pretty well by now. So again, what I'm going to give you to do now is what we started doing last week. Got a little bit more time this week, so you've got a bit more time to write me your answer. We're looking at this essay. Okay. actually. Phong Duk Ang.
Yes.
Can you read me the essay topic, please?
Some people think that it's better to educate boys and girls in separate schools. Others, however, believe that boys and girls benefit more from attending mixed gender schools. Discuss both these views and give your opinion.
Good, okay. What sort of essay is this, Phong Duk Ang?
It's discussing.
Correct. Very good. Discussion essay, okay? Not an opinion essay. Okay? Discussion essay. It says discuss here. All right. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay. Can you please read the paraphrase in yellow, please?
About for example, some people argue or say that it is preferable to teach boys or girls in a separate educational institution.
Pretty
On
good. Sorry, Ding Lam. Educational institution. Can you say that, please?
educational institution. Institution.
Good. Okay.
Other people think that it's more beneficial for both sexes or to be educated together.
Okay, pretty good, Ding Lam. All right. So, educational institutions, of course, means the same as schools. A school is an educational institution. This essay, by the way, is quite formal. All right. A lot of more formal words, but that's okay. All right. Instead of saying better, it says preferable. Okay. So you can see this is the paraphrase using more formal language. This, by the way, is why this essay gets a score of 9. All right. So the rest of the introduction, as you can see in green, because you've been asked to give an opinion, this person gives their opinion at the start. Okay. In my opinion, both boys and girls learn better when they are taught separately. Then they give their 2 reasons. The 2 reasons are, okay, boys focus more when there are no girls to distract them. And the second reason, girls learn faster when they don't have to compete with boys. All right, this is going to be the topic sentence of body paragraph 1. This, of course, the topic sentence of body paragraph 2. So, going to send everyone now this, okay? This is going to be the first sentence. I want you to write for me now body paragraph 1, please, using this as your topic sentence. So I'm going to send everyone this in chat. Okay, so this is body paragraph 1. This is your topic sentence, which has already been done for you. I want you now to write me 2 explanation sentences and an example to go with that topic sentence. Anyone have any question what I want you to do? Again, I've just sent you in chat the topic sentence. I want you to write 2 explanation sentences and an example, which of course is the structure for any body paragraph, for any part 2 essay. Ming Ang, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So everyone please now write me 2 explanation sentences. Boys focus more when there are no girls to distract them. What does that mean? Can you explain that a little bit more, please? So I've made it easy for you. I've already given you a topic sentence, but I need you to explain it a little bit more. This is not, of course, a difficult idea. But you need to explain the idea a little bit more and give me an example. And if you are thinking, I can't think of an example, make one up. Make up an example. Maybe one based on your own experience at school. All right, send it to me in chat as soon as you finish, please. So I want 3 sentences from you, 2 explanation sentences and an example. Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt your writing, Huang Ang. Can you just explain to me verbally, please, your explanation sentences? Boys focus more when there are no girls to distract them. Yeah. What does that mean, Huang Ang?
Well, I could say it's something like boys can focus on doing their like the main work without girls out there to like distract them. Usually all of the Vietnamese boys has this. Well, this is kind of a tricky question to make you understand.
Okay, not so tricky, I think, Huang Ang. Okay, for example, Huang Ang, you could say, well, for example, maybe in some classes, girls, they talk a lot, okay? And yeah, they are talking too much, and that distracts the boys from their work. Okay, that could be one reason. Another reason could be maybe some boy thinks some girl is very pretty and he would like to get to know her better. And so he spends his time looking at her and thinking of ways how he can talk to her instead of concentrating on his work. Does that make sense, Nok Ang? Sorry, Huang Ang? Huang Ang?
All right.
Yeah,
Take that.
is that sort of what you're thinking about?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, something like that. That's how to express it. Okay. So those are 2 of the sort of explanations you could write about. Up to you, of course. Remember, as I keep saying, there are no right or wrong answers for this. So whatever reason you think of is fine as long as you can explain it correctly. And when I say correctly, I mean in correct English. So the reason I discussed with Wang Ang before was like a social one. Okay? When boys and girls are together in a class, I'm talking about older boys and girls here. Okay? Primary school doesn't matter quite so much, okay? But maybe in an older school, high school, secondary school, sometimes boys might be distracted because they want to become friends with a particular girl, and that will stop them concentrating on their work. So that could be one reason. Okay, Chung Hu, thank you for sending me. Okay, Chung Hu, not bad. All right, so you've given a good example. Chung Hu. Your example's good, but you need to spend a little bit more time on the reasons, okay?
Oh.
So your example is great. But you need to follow the structure, Chung Hu, okay? So I gave you the topic sentence. You need to give 2 explanation sentences, then your example. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Okay, Viet Tien, that's good. Viet Tien. All right. So everyone, Viet Tien has given 2 reasons, all right? For example, he says, sometimes boys and girls have different ways of learning. All right? So that might be one reason, all right? Why to keep boys and girls separate. Maybe boys in general, I don't know if this is true or not, but it doesn't matter as long as you write about it in good English. Maybe boys are better at learning by writing. Maybe girls are better at learning by talking. Okay? I don't know. Is that true or not? I don't know. But if it is true, then maybe that's a good reason to keep boys and girls separate. So boys can learn about something by reading about it. Girls can learn about something by talking about it. But it's hard to mix those 2 things together. Okay, Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Yes.
Okay, so your reasons are good, Ding Lam, your explanations. You need to give an example. Okay?
I
An example.
again.
So maybe, like even maybe an example from your class or a class you have been in before, Ding Lam. Okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. By the way, what sort of school do you go to, Ding Lam? Is it a single sex school or is it a co-ed school?
It's a single sex school.
Okay, so just boys at your school. Is that right, Ding Lam?
Yes.
Just boy. Okay. You could use that as an example.
Okay.
You could say, for example, at my school we have just boys and everyone studies well together. Okay, something like that. Does that make sense, Ding Lam?
Yes, I make sense.
Okay, good. Okay, Wang Ang.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you saw that, but just
Yeah.
just ignore it. Just ignore.
No, very interesting ideas, Wang Ang. Okay. which, like I said, doesn't matter, Huang Ang, okay? As long as you have some ideas. That is the main thing, okay? And as long as you write about them correctly.
Well,
Yeah.
looking back at that, I think my paragraph was a little bit sexism.
Possibly, but doesn't matter. Remember, as I said, there's no right or wrong answer. Just write correctly, okay? So, just looking at your answer, Huang Ang, girls to you what we're doing with. Yeah, just looking at the first sentence is fine, Huang Ang. I'm looking at your vocabulary and grammar, okay? So, sentence 1 is correct. Better to say, getting girls to cheer you up while doing work. I wouldn't have an literally nonsense. Doesn't quite make sense, okay? Huang Ang? Huang Ang, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
good. All right, I can now, Huang Ang. So I would just say, getting girls to cheer you up while doing work can distract your brain from working out big purposes. Doesn't quite make sense. Can distract your brain from working out difficult problems. Would be better, okay? Makes better sense in English.
Right.
Working out big purposes doesn't quite make sense, okay? What's a big purpose? Okay, Huang Ang? And your example, okay, the language is fine. Okay. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Okay, so your reasons are fine, Nok Ang, okay? But you need to give an example, remember, at the end of the paragraph.
Yeah.
So some examples. So like I said before, you can give an example from your class or maybe a class you've been in the past, Nok Ang. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm just making one up here, but I could say, for example, in my class, there are more girls than boys, and the girls talk a lot, which makes it hard for us boys to concentrate. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
Yeah.
Just a simple example like that. But your language is pretty good, Nok Ang. That's good. Okay, Leduk Ang.
Yes.
Okay, that's good, Leduk Ang. You followed the structure well. That's good. The only change I would make, Leduk Ang,
Yes.
is I would put the word possibly in your last sentence, okay? For example, if boys work in a boys-only group, they could possibly work. You don't need with, okay? They could possibly work together more efficiently and more effectively. Okay? Would, I think, get you a better score. Using the word possibly, all right, means, yeah, maybe this idea is correct, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. So I will use the word possibly, okay, just to show you know how to use it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. But the structure is good, the Dokang. Okay, Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Ming Ang, that's pretty good. You followed the structure well. Just a couple of quick grammar corrections. Ming Ang. Okay, instead of you've got join the class more confident and actively. It needs to be confidently. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, just like you've got actively, confidently and actively, both adverbs, okay? Confidently and actively. For example, the boys group could focus on their lesson. Okay? For example, the boys group. So it needs an article there, okay? The boys group could focus on their lesson. That makes sense, Mingang?
Yes.
Good. Okay, the rest of it is fine. Good, Mingang. You follow the structure well. That's great. Okay, everyone. So, because I want to keep this class moving, all right, here is topic sentence number 2. All right, sending it to you in chat now. So those of you who finished number 1, you can look at this, please. So same thing again, everyone. You've got the topic sentence. Girls learn faster when they don't have to compete with boys. Okay, 2 explanation sentences and an example. Okay, this is for those of you who finished topic sentence 1. This is topic sentence 2. Okay, Phong Dok Ang.
Yes.
Okay, pretty good, Phong Dok Ang. You've followed the structure well. Okay, again, just some small grammar corrections. Okay, male's brain is a noun, Phong Dok Ang. Okay, so needs a male's brain.
Okay.
A male's brain is designed to carry out the task efficiently. So when girls are around boys, okay, when girls are around boys, they have to pay attention both to girls. To need the preposition before girls. Okay, Phong Dok Ang?
Okay.
They have to pay attention both to girls and the task in hand. Good. Good vocabulary, Phong Dok Ang. That's great. Task in hand. That's great. Very good. And your example, for instance, yeah, a girl might come to you. Okay, need another word in there. For instance, a girl might come to you and ask you about their homework while you are busy on your work. Okay, Phong Dok Ang?
Yeah.
For instance, a girl might come to you, or a girl could come to you. So need that extra word in there to make the sentence grammatically correct. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. But the rest of it is fine. All right, we'll finish shortly, everyone. So again, what I'm focusing on at this stage is you getting the structure of the body paragraphs correct. So I've given you the topic sentence, All right, so you have to come up with the 2 explanation sentences and an example. If you want to get a good score, you must follow this structure. Topic sentence, 2 explanation sentences, and an example for every body paragraph. Just a couple more minutes, everyone. So if those of you who have finished number 1, if you want to send me actually, I will ask you, Vietian,
Yes.
do you have any ideas for body paragraph 2? Girls learn faster when they don't have to compete with boys. What do you think?
I think is really true because in learning, girls won't feel too anxious when they have to compete with the other girls because it's similar in emotion and hobbies. Also, when there are only girls in a class, they can help each other in learning better than when they are with boys.
Okay, good. Very good. Phung Dok Ang.
Yes.
Yes, any ideas for this? Girls learn faster when they don't have to compete with boys.
No.
No? You
No,
don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Girls learn faster when they don't have to compete with boys. What do you think?
I think it's yes, because they are couple in the love. That means no girl is distressed by love.
Mm-hmm.
Others they will less comparisons or competition with the boy. Yeah.
Okay. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Girls learn faster when they don't have to compete with boys. What do you think?
I think it's because girls now don't face pressures from boys who
Mm-hmm.
may learn faster and speak louder.
Okay. All right. That's good, Ming An. Good reasons. Very good. One reason no one has mentioned yet, sometimes girls maybe are more shy than boys, okay? So in a class where boys and girls are mixed, the boys will, if the teacher asks a question, the boys will always answer, okay? The girls may be too shy to answer or too shy to give their opinion, okay? I know this is not true always, but maybe sometimes that could be a reason why in a girls' class, some girls will feel more free to speak up if there are no boys around to compete with. All right. Kwang Ming, thank you for your answer. Okay, that's pretty good, Kwang Ming. Again, just an example is what I need. Okay, and Chung Hu. Okay, again, your answer's fine, Chung Hu, but need an example. All right, Ding Lam, you followed the structure well. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, I'll stop the share now. That is the end of the class for today. Thank you for coming, everyone. We will have a different topic for writing next week, okay? I'll give you another one. when I come to Hanoi in 2 weeks, we will actually practice doing all the essay. So I'll have a chance to talk to you about it face to face, which hopefully will help you improve faster. But in the meantime, everyone, thank you for coming to class today. Hope you enjoy the rest of the week. Viet Tien, I hope your voice gets better soon. Okay, sounds very rough. I hope it's not too painful. And I hope the rest of you stay healthy, okay, and don't get any colds. I know winter is coming very soon to Hanoi. It's going to get a bit colder. I hope you all avoid germs. So in the meantime, everyone, have a great week. Look forward to seeing you all again next time.
Bye,
Bye,
teacher.
everyone.
Bye,
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye teacher.
Bye, sure. Chào bạn.